So welcome back to the Olympic Sports Centre Gymnasium here in Changzhou in Jiangsu province. Finals day at the Victor China Open, and our next final after the drama of the women's singles, we turn our attention to men's singles. A repeat of last year's final with the reigning and two-time world champion Kento MOMOTA of Japan up against the defending champion here, Sinisuka GINTING. Well, when we look at the race to Guangzhou in the men's singles, the first thing we notice is that there's two players from Indonesia and two from Chinese Taipei. But I can tell you, when you look at that top five there, the top five players have contested 16 World Tour tournament finals between them. That really is remarkable. The number 8 on the list, Sinisuka GINTING, whether he wins or loses today's final, will leap up 4 places to number 4. But Kento MOMOTA was guaranteed that he will be number 1 on that list come the publishing of the Race to Guangzhou new list next Tuesday. He will overtake Jonathan Christie. Not surprising, as this is his 6th final of the year. Jonathan Christie only 3 finals. But when we look at the men's singles draw from quarter-final stage, well, in fact, I can tell you that before quarter-final stage, we lost 3 seeds in the very first round. Shi Uchi, who clearly wasn't fit enough to be playing, the Asian Games gold medalist Jonathan Christie, and the 2017 world champion Victor Axelsen. But at quarter-final stage, 7 different nationalities, 5 seeds, 3 of the 4 World Championship medalists. The only World Championship medalist not there, he lost first round, was Wangchalon of Thailand. But as you can see, 4 different nations involved at semi-final stage. And the 2 players who contested the final a year ago have made it through to the final once again. Ginting beating the World Championship silver medalist Anas Antonsen, and MOMOTA beating the reigning Olympic champion Chen Long. So the stage is set for the men's singles. Morton, if we get a men's singles that's half as good as that women's singles, and indeed our first final, the mixed doubles, the all-Chinese affair, we should be in for a good match here.
I think we're in for a good match. I don't know if it's going to be as exciting and as close, but I still believe we're in for a good match.
We are, and just a quick word as we still see the draw there, so it's gone. The 3 seeds out in the first round was a little bit disappointing, especially for Victor Axelsen on his comeback from injury.
Yes.
So to the reigning world champion, Kento MOMOTA, the left hand at the 2-time world champion, beaten in the final last year against his opponent of today. Sinisuka GINTING, the number 7 seed, defending champion, and the last player to retain a title here in Changzhou was Chen Long, 2011 and 12. Can he emulate that? MOMOTA, overwhelming favourite, I suppose, because when you consider last year, MOMOTA came off the back of winning the Japan Open. It was the Japan Open the week before this event in Changzhou, and therefore may have been slightly tired. But look, we can see this is the 13th meeting between the 2 players. Kento MOMOTA has won 9 of them, including the last 5 since the final here a year ago. So since losing in the final, they've played another 5 times. This man has won on all 5 occasions, which is probably why I said he was overwhelming favourite.
He is favourite, as we said earlier. He's the top of the tree, and everyone is having a go at him.
Ginting, the number 7 seed, will turn 23 next month, born in Cimahi, just west of Bandung in West Java. That height translates into 5'7", and he is the only player in today's finals, all 5 finals, that's never been world #1. As you can see, his highest ranking, #7 in the world, and he's a couple of places down from that at the moment. But he did spend 25 weeks in total as world #7. Well, as far as his path through to today's final, he's been the marathon man, because every single match has gone the full distance. Against Nishimoto in the first round, then against Kashyap Parupalli, and then revenge for his defeat in the World Championships to the World Championship bronze medalist Sai Praneeth. Came from 7-12 down in that deciding game. And yesterday in the semi-final against the #8 seed, the World Championship silver medalist Anders Antonsson, well, won the second game, really astonishingly easy, 5 and then 14 in the third. So to Kento Momota, 25 years of age. He celebrated his birthday on the first day of this month. Born in Kagawa, and he's enjoying his 52nd week in total. So the fact that he will be world #1 again on Tuesday when the world ranking is established, it will be exactly 1 year he has been world #1. He's just been taken the full distance yesterday, and that was against the Olympic champion Chen Long. He was actually 19-15 up in the first game, lost 6 straight points. He was 17-18 down in the second, and then won 4 straight points. And he was 15-16 down in the third before winning 6 straight points. It was a very funny match, wasn't it? But we thoroughly enjoyed it.
We did. It was a good match.
As we look at our court officials for this, Mai Lang Yen, the umpire, and Su Xiaofeng from China, the service judge. So for this man, his 8th final in his 11th tournament this year. To say Momota is quite clearly the world #1, I think, is an understatement.
Yeah, he has done extremely well. It's been a good year. He had a very good year last year as well. So he is the man of consistency. He's been playing really well.
Sinisuka GINTING, Indonesia. And on my left, Kento MOMOTA, Japan. Kento MOMOTA to serve. Level. Play.
So the 2-time reigning world champion Kento Momota getting the men's singles final underway against the defending champion Anthony Sinisuka GINTING. Oh, that's lovely. And Morton, just to emphasise the point you were making just before play got underway, Kento Momota consistent this year. As I said, 8th final in his 11th tournament of the year. Last year, 10 finals in 16 individual tournaments. So yes, I think he's even more consistent.
He's probably even more this year, yes.
I know you weren't commentating on the final last year, Morton, but
nope,
presumably you watched it. And can you remember how Ginting's tactics were, or?
No, I cannot. I remember the played in Singapore Open in April this year, and that was very, very close between the two. And Momota won it, but I think Ginting was perhaps even match point up against Momota. It was really close in Singapore.
Yeah. Well, it was very, very close the last time they played, which was the quarterfinal of the Japan Open. An hour and 29 minutes, 21-15 in the deciding game.
And I think it must be added that you said Momota was really very consistent last year as well. The only one to beat Momota twice was actually...
Good point. Good rally.
power left.
I do think in last year's final here, though, that the fact that Momota had played in and won the Japan Open the previous week, I think that did have an effect, the accumulation of time,
that, yes.
of tiredness. Missed it. Oh, perfect net shot from Ginting.
Yeah, he's probably the quickest player in the world at the moment in the men's singles. He's very, very quick on his feet. And it was a good example here. Gets it early and play a perfect net shot. Good disguise here from Kento MOMOTA. Yeah. Ginting almost at the back line when he realizes it's coming to the front.
Wow, that is fantastic smash. Embrace Putro, Ginting's coach. He's got a very aesthetically pleasing style, hasn't he, Ginting? He looks lovely the way he moves, and his jump smashes always seems to be on balance.
It's a little bit the same pattern that sort of come back here when we saw the match yesterday with Qianlong and Momota. Qianlong, when he was aggressive and he was taking his chances in his attack, able to score points, that's the way to shake up Momota. And Ginting is doing the same now. I know it's at very early stages, it's 6-4 in the first game here, but still, some similarities.
Fantastic. Brilliantly constructed rally from Ginting.
It's these kind of follow-ups that's really unsettling Momota as well, because Ginting is so quick getting on the next one.
Well, since being love 3 down, Ginting has only dropped 1 point since then. There's 7-4 advantage.
So there's no doubt that Kento Momota is what I would call a percentage man. He's keeping it tight. He's making sure that he's solid in what he's doing, and then, excuse me, hoping that that's enough in his shot production. But we saw yesterday, especially in the beginning of the third game, when he started attack with real power in his smashes, that he can actually play very good aggressive badminton as well.
Well, that landing just wide, but woefully short. Nowhere near the back line. That's a good lift.
A very, very good lift by Momota.
Yeah, and again. Good rally.
It's a perfect rally. Whoa! And then again, this cross-court finished. We've seen it twice before already. And here, Ginting winning yet again on that cross-court smash. Here it comes. Forces Kento Momota to dive for it. Unfortunately for Momota, he's not getting it back. But this is one of the things that we see as a pattern in his game as well. He is diving quite a lot to these smashes, very sharp smashes to the sides, both on the backhand side and the forehand side.
Yeah, you highlighted that to us yesterday as well. So all the players know it. All the players are employing those tactics.
Yeah, you know, you of course, when you see a player, and as I say, when you're top of the tree, as what Momota is, then everybody's looking at, you know, where are the chances? What's the opening? What can I do? And this is absolutely so well played by Ginting. Again, controlling the net.
9-7.
And it's all because he's there so early.
He is.
Can't too long. On the left as we look at them. And Yosuke Nakanishi, the other coach.
Eight, 9.
We're not even at the mid-game interval yet, Morten, but it's already clear to me how much longer in between the rallies
9.
the men's singles players take, rather than that women's singles we watch where Carolina Marin just wants to get on with business.
Yeah, but I think it's saying more about Marin than it's saying about anyone else.
Yeah, you're probably right. Missed it.
Service over. 10, 9.
Yeah, clearly wide. So there'll only be 1 point in it at the mid-game interval. Oh my goodness, good clear. Oh, unbelievable defence from Ginting. Well, again, Ginting caught, but again gets himself out of trouble. Oh, that is remarkable from Anthony Ginting. There was a dive earlier on in the rally. I just simply couldn't believe that he got it back, but he didn't just get it back, it was a perfect block off the defence. 14 minutes into the match, just 1 point in it.
So we've been singing the praises of Kento MOMOTA for long, you know, all of us. It's fantastic what he's doing. And I remember I said yesterday that he was not really tested at the World Championship. He won all his matches in 2 straight games at the World Championship. He was not really pushed, not going to 3 games, nothing. But the match yesterday, Qianlong, I think, played really well, and he had the tools to test Momota. And what we see here already now, 11-10, is very tight in the first game here. And it seems like Ginting has got the tools as well to test Momota.
Yeah.
And when I said that Momota was not really tested at the World Championship, it's also, of course, because saying in another way that he was just fantastic. He had a wonderful World Championship. He played so well.
Yes, and that's the final against Antonsson.
Yeah, that was out of this world.
Yeah, 9-3. That's a right challenge here from Anthony Ginting.
Anthony Ginting plans for out.
Yeah, I thought it was an emotional challenge.
Challenge unsuccessful. 1 challenge.
We both immediately said it was out, didn't we?
Yes.
You see, I'm more in sync now.
You're doing better today. That's good.
12, 11. Play.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, that's sensational.
That was a good shot.
Look at the backswing of the racket initially to make his opponent think he was going to lift it. And then the perfect net shot.
That was a good power smash there from Momota.
Would you like to see him unleash more of those in his style of play? Or because he's very controlled with his aggression. As you talked yesterday, you've already talked about it today.
Yeah, that's why I said he's a percentage man. He's keeping it in, he's keeping a good margin, and he's keeping a solid pressure the whole time. So he's playing percentage. But yes, I would like to see him now and again explode more and come up with these really powerful smashes, as we know he's got it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, it's landed in.
Called out.
It's called out.
And Ginting is not.
It's not challenging.
Now he's challenging.
Yeah, he hadn't realised.
No.
Now that's good umpiring, because clearly Anthony Ginting had assumed it was in.
And it was.
And it clearly was. Yeah, I'm glad the umpire allowed him to challenge there. One thing I will say about umpires in general now, that we have Hawkeye, they've given up overruling. Now, I notice in tennis, when you have Hawkeye, the umpires are still prepared to overrule. And in an instant like that, where the umpire, one assumes, could have seen that shuttle because it was very close to him.
No, but he did not overrule it.
But he didn't overrule it.
No, you're right, that's a good point.
Yeah, because it shouldn't be, because if he hadn't have been understanding to Ginting, a lot of umpires would have said, no, you're too late to challenge.
A lot would have said that.
Exactly. Oh dear. Lots of concentration on that one.
So 15, 14.
That's out. Oh.
Yeah, I thought so too, Morton.
Sometimes it's better to be safe than sorry.
Oh, good angle again. Yeah. That's the shot you've been talking about.
Yeah. These two ankle shots from the backhand side, as we saw here, the reversed one done to perfection here by Ginting. And then, of course, from the other side, from the forehand side, cross the other slice. These two shots are really trouble spots for Kento Momota.
There was the more aggressive smash.
It was good play by Momota. I like he was much more proactive here.
Was the fast push deep into the forehand corner that did the damage.
Yeah, it's coming here, that one there.
Trying to play that defensive shot with a backhand action, backhand grip.
Which is often the fastest to play, so it was a good choice by Ginting. It will be interesting to see when he's getting the opportunity on the forehand side for an attacking shot, Ginting, whether he's choosing to go cross-court again to the backhand side of Momota, because on the last few occasions he's been going down the line, and I can understand that, because you want to make sure that Momota can't guess what's coming. So interesting to see whether that cross-court smash from the forehand side will come again. Down the line. Down the line again. Oh, it's a comeback.
What a shot from Anthony Ginting. How on earth did he do that? Way off balance on the first one, then down on his knees, and somehow manages to defend that one. Even he turns to his coach and smiles.
Celebration there.
Yeah, I taught you that one.
Yes.
Amazing, utterly amazing.
Good reactions by Ginting.
17.
Oh, it's long. He's up the pace in this, hasn't he?
Yes.
Momota trying to play faster. Yeah. And got his reward.
Yeah, he's forcing an error here. Ginting is getting that shot a little bit lower. Not a lot, but enough to force the error.
18, 19.
Good lift. Very good lift on a extremely good spinning net shot from Momota.
Short. Yeah. And it's game point opportunities for Anthony Ginting. Not where his feet are, not even as far back as the double service line. Indication that the lift was short.
20. Game point 18.
First game point, very well saved.
19, 20.
Has gone long. Opening game to the defending champion, Anthony Ginting. 21-19 in 28 minutes.
Sinisuka GINTING. 21.
What a good opening game. Well judged, clearly long. Well, the time rounded up to 29 minutes. That's a long, tough opening game.
那行，我给您一些提示啊，在我接下来这一段话当中，咱们大家可能听好了，咱们常说有君子兰、广玉兰、米兰、剑兰、凤尾兰、白莲花、百合花、茶花、桂花、月季花。各位帮我拍个节奏，我们继续说好不好？来，一花先开金盏花，二杜梅，三莲花，四季海棠，四季花，五色梅，五彩花，六月雪梅，雪白花，茶花，市花，什么花？ 看看这次答案是不是月季花？我说这么一老长串，恭喜回答正确，让我把这个亲笔签名的这个笔记本送给您。好，来，我们看一下今天的比赛来到这个时间段，我们也要再次的感谢所有的朋友们带给我们现场所有运动员的支持和你们的掌声。各位两位是闺蜜一起来看比赛吗？来一起为他们加个油好不好？ 好，让我们再次把目光回到比赛现场。
Well, he had to come from a game down yesterday, did the world champion Kento MOMOTA against Chen Long. He managed to do so. Can he do it 2 days running? Or will Anthony Ginting win a second consecutive title here in Changzhou? There it is again, the acute angle.
Yeah, that was the one I mentioned earlier, saying it will be interesting to see whether that one is reintroduced. And twice here, Ginting was playing that shot very effectively.
There. Get ready, my boy.
Yeah.
You coaches do tend to play the rallies with the players, don't you?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
We live and die with the players, I'm telling you. We laugh and we cry. That's the only way it is. You work every single day on court, and of course you get to know your players very well.
Yeah.
They get to know you very well.
So, 1, 2. 2 all. Three, 2.
Oh my goodness, the indecision.
Yeah.
He's got himself back in the rally.
He did. Now he's winning it.
Yeah, with a delightful drop. That was an extraordinary shot early on in the rally, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was very undecided, I think. But it was a good choice to play it.
4.
I think it's because Ginting is playing with the drift, and we've seen a few shots going out on the back line there. So I think just contemplating whether that one was going out as well.
Five, 2.
We saw Momota doing a few critical mistakes on the back line there in the first game. So now it's Ginting who's doing the same.
So 3.
Good cross-court smash from Ginting. Again, look at the follow-up. We can see it from the back of the court there, how he's playing his shot and moving forward straight away in the same motion.
Well, he challenges that. That went down like a rocket. That's not the right expression. Rockets go upwards, don't they? Good challenge.
Yes, but I think you meant it pace-wise.
Yes.
Comes as a bullet.
Yeah.
Good challenge. Just on the line.
Play.
Oh, between the legs.
Oh, he got away with it.
Well, I don't think I've ever seen him play any trick shots like that before.
He was forced.
He was forced to. Astonishing.
6, 4.
But it was not only the fact that he got it back, it was back with interest. It was so tight. Once again, the cross-court smash from the forehand side. Very effective, outright winner. I don't know whether that was part of the discussion between Ginting and his coach to reintroduce that one.
So 5, 6.
rally.
6-all.
Yeah, very long. The two players kind of testing one another.
Too shy of the longest rally so far, though.
Making very, very good use of the four corners of the court.
3-all. 7-6.
Another one goes long. How many is that now, Morton?
I will guess it's 9 points. I will guess 4 or 5.
Yeah.
I haven't made an exact calculation on it, but I would guess 4 or 5.
Yeah. Certainly quite a few. Oh, service error. First of the match.
7-all. 7-9.
Oh, challenge here from Momota.
Yeah, he was quick on the marks there.
Yeah, that's why he was quick on the mark, because he knew that was in.
I must say it's a good job that Hawkeye is doing in terms also of the fact that they come with the decision so quickly.
They are now. They have during this tournament.
This tournament, they've been very, very quick with their decision.
Missed it.
Yeah, that's out.
11-7. The advantage for the reigning world champion, Kento Momota.
As long as I'm alive, I'll keep breaking the records. Records are breaking.
20 seconds. 20 seconds.
Limits don't exist. However,
11-7. Play.
So 4-point advantage. Oh, that's quick.
And that's what Ginting needs to do. He needs to get on the attack again.
7-all. 8.
When he's attacking, he's standing a slightly better chance of winning the rallies. Good approach there, the net. play by Ginting.
Oh, yes. Going for placement on that final shot.
I can understand that Momota is sort of trying to guess on the backhand side because of that cross-court smash that's often coming. So it was a good, again, percentage guess. He was going for the backhand side, but cleverly played by Ginting with that placement to the forehand.
That's absolutely terrific. He has come out of the mid-game interval and left the blocks on the B of the starter's gun. Start of the bang. Remarkable.
Yeah.
Both of them, their reactions. That's incredible. What an exchange. Look at that.
It was quick of Ginting to get back to that one. Normally, you know, you put all your weight forward and try to finish it, and then it's impossible to get out of that situation again. But he played that brush off at the net and still managed to get one back to the next one. He's extremely quick.
12-10.
It's going wide.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Service 11-12.
Once again, going for placement and angle. But he sets himself up with that tight spinning net shot. Gets back so well, in perfect balance as he plays that smash. Really only a half smash.
But the good thing for Ginting so far in this match, in game and a half, that sometimes he can be quite error prone. He makes a lot of unforced errors, but in this match he's hardly making any unforced ones. That's contributing towards the fact that he's doing so well against Kento Momota here.
Well, Ginting doesn't want to change the shuttle. Momota asked him to change it, and that's very unusual in men's singles. Normally the players have the respect for each other that one asks to change it. Yep, they do so.
I was just about to say, so if there was anything in it for Momota, he wanted to change it, he should change it now. And then he walked off to change it.
Yeah. I think he thought, because he hit long of on the previous rally, and I think he thought the shuttle was
too fast.
Too fast. And indeed, perhaps the mistake from Ginting hitting too long proves that it was.
Oh, yeah. What an exchange again.
That is unbelievable. Terrific.
And some would even be tempted to try to hit the last one, and then it would have been a fault. That we need to see a little bit more from Momota. Proactive on that one, pushed it into the deep forehand corner, and then really waiting, anticipating that to the short forehand. Good anticipation there by Momota.
It's gone long as well. Well, it's got to be 5 or 6 now that he's hit long as the back line in the second game.
Definitely.
It's a 3-point cushion now.
Okay.
Good lift.
Yeah.
Oh, that's super. Well, the initial stages of that rally struck me more from how they were just keeping it down the centre, not giving the other any angles to work with.
No. And Ginting did really well to play a good spin back on a spin shot. Nevertheless, he did not succeed, and that's all due to the very fine performance by Momota. Solid rally.
So a 4-point cushion now. Five-point cushion, and more importantly, just 2 points away from taking the second game. One assumes this is the decisive move. 5 straight points.
In the second game.
Yeah.
So 15, 19.
They're both too slow. They need to get ready to play. Brilliant.
It proves my point once again. You know, when Anthony Ginting is attacking, he can score the points. And it's interesting to compare Anthony Ginting to other players playing Kento Momota, that Ginting actually have that attack that can damage the defense of Momota. On many other occasions, players find it more difficult to score points on Momota.
Yeah.
It takes a longer time. They have to work the rallies more to find the openings in order to score.
Guess correctly.
Yeah, good guess.
And again.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Not a third time. And I think I was a little premature in my assumption that those 5 straight points from Kento Momota were the decisive move in this second game.
17, 19.
3 straight points now to Ginting. But the error on the net shot from Ginting, and it's 3 game point opportunities for Kento Momota. Overdone it. It's 1 game all. 21-17, the second game to the reigning world champion, Kento Momota. Just 3 minutes shy of the hour mark. And we will be treated to a third and deciding game.
20 seconds. 20
Vámonos.
seconds. Final game. Level. Play.
So umpire confirms third and deciding game. And for Anthony Ginting, this is his 5th consecutive match where he's been forced to play a deciding game. 3 games. Will that have its toll, Morton, do you think?
One would have to say yes, but so far it doesn't look like it's affecting him. He's still got the same pace and speed, so he seems fine.
Serve zone. 1 love. Serve zone. 1 all.
Oh, bit of wildlife. Get away. Perfection.
Yeah, fantastic pace. Really exploiting the opportunities, Ginting. Fantastic pace. Cross here, another cross there. Just moving Momota out of position the whole time.
Super too. We're now over the hour mark in this men's singles final. Oh, indecision. Clever.
Yeah,
clever.
Good variation. Very good variation there by Momota. Just hitting that smash to the body on the forehand side of the body, trying to have a look at this. That is perfection. Really well played. Good variation.
Serve zone. 2, 3.
They are taking a long time in between points, aren't they?
They're taking a long, long time.
Millimetres away. Oh, nice. Oh, that is extraordinary. He was off balance, he was taking it late, Momota, and he finds perfection on the next shot.
5-3.
Oh, it's too flat, it's gone long. This is 5 straight points now to Momota.
Just to emphasize on your question before when you said they are using a lot of time between rallies. The last two in between the two rallies was 28 seconds and 21 seconds.
Yeah.
It is a long time.
It is.
It's half a mid-game interval.
Yes.
That's out.
So this is now 7 straight points. Time for Ginting to regroup.
8-3.
This time it was 27 seconds.
Yeah.
So it's just, you know, pointing out what you said, and I do agree with you.
Yeah.
So let's stop it now. It's out.
So the run of points comes to an end, but 8 straight points.
4-9.
Yeah, they're certainly putting a different complexion on this deciding game.
And Momota hasn't played one out on the back line.
Curse of the commentator. Morton.
I can't believe
What
it.
are you doing?
I can't believe it.
Wide.
There's no doubt that Momota was watching that one and he chose not to challenge it, so surely it was out. That's good defensive work.
Well, so much for my theory that those 8 straight points have put a different complexion on this deciding game.
9.
Yeah, if
Only 2 points in it now.
If Ginting is going to take 8 points, then we are back to square one.
Yeah. Missed it. In fact, since you said that Momota hadn't hit out on the back line, he's made 3 errors.
Yes, not on the back line though.
Not
but
on the back line, but 3 errors. 1 on the back line.
And that's out. Ooh.
missed it. I don't know if you noticed after that previous rally, Morton, that Momota was shaking a leg as if he was starting to get cramp.
I did notice it, and I think I noticed it even more here on the around the hit situation on his backhand side. There was something that was not what he normally does. So perhaps he's feeling the pressure now physically.
But he goes to the mid-game interval and the changer ends with a 3-point advantage. Momota. We are 10 minutes into the match. Very surprising if these players won't feel the pace of this. So still either players for the taking. And that's unusual, isn't it? The verbal celebration and the little clenched fist from Momota.
You don't hear that a lot, and it's the same as what we just discussed about Tai Tzu Ying.
Yeah.
You don't hear that a lot, so just shows how much it means to them.
Episode 9, 12.
I'm surprised that Momota did not attack that one.
I am too.
Let's have a look at this. He was just waiting there, but he had the opportunity.
Well, we were looking at Ginting. I can tell you that Momota was jumping up and down on the spot, again as if he was trying to get himself going.
Good play by Momota there. Proactive at the net on the forehand side. He's got a good option here because he's getting it so early. A very delicate touch.
Top team 11.
Yeah, well played by Momota. One has to say that it was perhaps the wrong choice of shot, the hold and flick from Ginting. Yeah, that's perfect placement.
And there are signs of fatigue, I think, in the footwork of Momota here.
Yeah, I've spotted it too. Yeah, did you see that little shake of his leg again?
I saw that, yes.
Yeah.
If I was Ginting now, I would seriously consider all-out attack.
16, 12.
You know, you get into a make or break situation.
Good movement back in court. And once again, the angled shot down the backhand side of Momota and finding the left-hander wanting. Well, it is surprising to me that Ginting looks the fitter of the two men, given the fact that he's
played 3 games all the way.
All the way through.
Yeah, but have to be said that the semi-final yesterday, the last 2 games were not the toughest against Antonsen.
No, fair point. This is a big point. It's going wide. Good net shot.
Yeah, Momota keeping it steady. You have to admire his courage, just going steady all the time. Keep asking the question from Ginting. He is going to go out there and really create the last 5-6 minutes of this match.
that's clever. Aiming towards the right hip of Ginting.
14.
Yeah, the lift set a little bit too low and giving a good chance for interception there for Momota. But well spotted by the left-hander.
Oh, well taken. Raises his hand in apology.
Service off. 15, 18.
Mistake. Yeah, no wonder he tosses his racket in the air.
What a defensive shot it was from Ginting. This one here, really, really good.
Service off.
Yeah,
19, 15.
immediately apologises to the umpire. He knows that was wrong. And good umpiring that he didn't make a big deal of it.
Yes, just a small caution, just say don't do it again.
Yeah. 2 points away from becoming the first singles player in World Tour history to win a career Grand Slam of 1,000 titles.
Good fighting by Ginting.
Yeah, that was a challenge from Momota. He called the line. The line judge was right.
Challenge unsuccessful. 1 challenge remaining. Service off.
Well, maybe he's tighter than he looks. Has he called for the doctor? He has indeed. What happened there? Did you see what happened?
No, I did not see.
Maybe a blister? Didn't seem to go over on his ankle. His sock is off. What a time for this to happen. And I think it plays into the hands of Momota because he's able to have a little bit of a rest right now.
Yeah, Momota looked the more tired of the two players, but as you said, maybe Ginting was just better concealing it.
Yeah, look, there's a pained expression on his face. Girish Natu, one of the deputy referees in attendance as well.
But maybe this could also upset the rhythm of Momota. You know,
Yeah.
we can sit here and guess forever, and we will be a lot wiser in, what, say, 5 minutes?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a blister. With little plasters going on. Wouldn't be surprising after 3-game matches, 5 consecutive rounds. Yeah, look at Momota sort of prowling in the background. keeping himself moving.
Yeah, what else can he do?
No,
He's got to do that.
Yeah.
The worst he could do was to sit on the bench.
Yeah. Well, I wonder how much time it is since that last rally.
Perhaps they need to start warming up again.
16, 19, play.
And it's always tough on the player that doesn't have the medical timeout, because they're made to just stand and wait, lose their rhythm a little bit. So just 1 point in it now. Since the resumption of the play, since that medical timeout. What was that, 3 errors from Momota? Yes, it was 3 errors, because it was 15-19. No, it wasn't, it was 16, wasn't it?
It was 16, but
yeah.
it was 15-19 when that smash on the sideline.
It's back level, 19 all. And it's no doubt that the medical timeout has disrupted Momota.
19 all.
All-out attack from Ginting now, trying to get control of the net.
What a rally.
Good guess by Momota. As in, it's not long.
Long.
It's gone long, because sideways it was in.
Yeah. So the match point opportunity is earned by Kento Momota.
Which means that they have 1 each out on the back line from that side now in this third game.
Wow. What a rally to get us to match point.
So 20, match point, 19.
He's done it. Well, delight and relief, I think. And he dips down under the nets. And like the women's singles, they congratulate each other and swap shirts, as has become tradition now in men's singles after terrific finals. Well, I thought his rhythm had been completely broken by that medical timeout, but Kento Momota did well to regroup and close out the match 21-19 in the deciding game. An hour and 30 minutes for the victory. And it was a tame, disappointing way for such a wonderful match to end. Well, the delights for Momota. And I remember when he won the Japan Open a couple of months ago, he was very emotional at winning as well. But as we prepare for the prize presentation, we can see confirmation of the score. 19-21, 21-17, 21-19 in the deciding game. So a second consecutive title here in Changzhou for Kento Momota, and a second of the two Super 1000 titles this year to go with the All England Championships. And of course it was Chao Jian-chen that won the Indonesian Open. So for Momota, a 7th title of the year in his 8th final in his 11th tournament of the year. I think he'll be world #1 for a while, won't he, Morten?
Yes, I think he's higher than 100,000 points, which means that he's got an average of more than 10,000 per tournament.
Yeah, which is extraordinary. Well, he gets 12,000 points for winning this.
Yeah, as one of the highest.
Yeah. So, the men's singles this year, not like the women's singles with 3 different winners. Momota winning 2 titles. Well, these flashing lights in the build-up to the men's singles prize presentation gets the fans involved. For Ginting, 3rd final this year, 3rd time runner-up.
Yeah, it's a tough one, isn't it? I think he really played a good game here. When I saw him play at the World Championship, when he lost to Sai Praneeth, I was a little bit disappointed with his performance. It was not the fact that he lost to Sai Praneeth, but it was the way that he lost.
Yeah.
In just a month ago. But today, I think he played really well, and of course he also revenged that defeat in the quarterfinal against Sai Praneeth.
Yeah. Well, Sai Praneeth's been playing well.
He has been playing really well, yes.
Yeah.
I'm not saying, as I tried to say, it's not because he lost, but it was the way he lost in that match.
Yeah. Well, he certainly played well, and he put up a brave defence of his title here in Changzhou. But his first 2 finals, the Singapore Open, which you were talking about earlier, when he was 12-8 up in the 3rd game against Momota, and then the Australian 300 event, which was the first ever World Tour men's singles final to feature 2 Indonesians. He lost, of course, to Jonathan Christie.
Yes.
But I think we're ready for the prize presentation. Oh, he's limping. He's in a bad way. Look at that.
Yeah, Momota?
Yeah, Momota. Yeah. I don't know whether it's cramp or whether he's injured himself. I suspect cramp. Anthony Ginting, as I say, put up a brave fight in defence of his title, but it wasn't to be. So Kento Momota, his 7th title of the year, and more importantly, a career Grand Slam of all 3 Super 1000 tournaments. Paul-Eric Hoyer, president of the BWF and IOC member, former Olympic champion, makes the presentation to both the players. a great final.
Congratulations. Respect. It's a fantastic match. Thank you very much.
We all echo that, Paul Eric. A fantastic match. And his comments aimed to both players. Well, it's an astonishing record in finals. It does Kento Momota. 31st final, 26th title.
That's impressive.
Small matter of the prize money as well. 34,000 for Anthony Ginting and 70,000 US dollars for Kento Momota. So as the men's singles players pose for the photographers, we can look forwards to our next match here, and it's women's doubles. It's the 2017 World Champions Chen Qingcheng and Jia Yifan from China up against the defending champions and reigning Olympic champions Zaki Matsutomo and Ayaka Takahashi.